guys, so welcome to the Black Raww YouTube channel. Now, you might have clicked on this video because you just, you saw it pop up on your timeline, or you might already be an existing audience of the Black Raww podcast. And so the Black Raww YouTube channel is going to be a little different to the podcast. I am going to put up my podcast episodes up on YouTube for you to watch. But I just wanted to start off with just telling you guys about Black Raww's purpose. And so Black Raww aims to create a diverse and expansive concept of what it means to be a black man. We're not here to be the gatekeepers of what is black or being a black man. However, we are here to challenge the stereotypes that exist about black men and black culture. We are wanting to create, inspire, transcend what is known to be a black man, so it can be inclusive of all black men. And I guess you're wondering, noble cause, right? But why? What made you want to do this? What made you want to start Black Raww? And for me, Black Raww, it came out of something personal from how I grew up as a child. I was in a lot of white environments. I grew up in a lot of white communities and neighborhoods, and I went to a very white church, and my school was very white, and I never really felt black, to be honest with you. I never felt like I was a black man. I was, not always, but I used to get called coconut because black on the inside, white on the inside, black on the outside. I think we all know what coconut looks like. But that was something that was, thrown at me as a child and when I was younger and as I was growing up. And I never really felt like I was black enough for, my black friends and, black communities. But then also I wasn't white either. So I sort of was in this limbo where I was like, I don't feel black enough, but I don't know. Am I black? Am I a black man? I'm a man, definitely. But everyone else says to be black, you have to, listen to J. Cole, or you have to, not be on time to places. Everyone knows about black timing, or, there's just some stereotypes out there that are associated with black people and black men, and that we ridicule people that aren't aligning to that stereotype. So for me, I wanted to reach out to younger kids, to younger black men, and even older black men, to be honest with you. At first, I wanted it to be solely about young black men and supporting them and helping them figure out that you can still be black and be unique and be who you want to be. And so I'm still on that journey, but I've, came to a place where I can actually be like, I'm just me, bro, and I'm still black. Look at my skin. look at my name. Tino Kuda Tonderai Vunzalbaya. It doesn't get any African, any more Zimbabwean, any more black than that, And so that's really why I wanted to create the Black Raww podcast. And, this YouTube channel is going to be an extension of Black Raww, because I wanted young boys to be able to look at other black men that are succeeding, but also being themselves while they're succeeding. I wanted them to be able to be like, oh, there's someone that is that's a teacher, or someone that's a head teacher. I don't think I ever saw a black head teacher, but we've got people on the podcast that are assistant black head teachers, that are black assistant head teachers. And so, we've also got people that are poets, people that are musicians. We've got people that are mental health professionals. I've wanted to get loads of different black men onto the podcast to talk about their experiences, to talk about their life, so that younger black men can relate and be like, if he can do it, I can do it. And I don't have to question whether I'm black or not. I don't have to question whether I fit into the stereotype of being a black man. So that is why I created Black Raww. And you're probably sitting there wondering, that's great, but who are you? Who am I? Now that's what I'm going to get onto in just a second. Who am I? Well, first, my name is Tino Kuda Tonderai Vunzalbaya. Now, actually, you might want to know the meaning to my name, actually, because it's actually quite important and sort of relates in what we always talk about on the episode, and the importance of our names. So Tino Kuda means we love you. Tonderai means remember where you came from. That was actually given to me by my late grandfather, who I didn't get to Well, I got to meet him, but I was a kid, so I don't really remember him as much. And then Vunzao Baya means kill first, ask questions later. Now, don't ask me why it means that. We had the same debate in the family about why does it mean that. We thought maybe it's hunting terms or something like that. I don't know. But me, yeah, that's my name. And I'm 25 years old. I've lived in the UK pretty much all my life. I came here when I was about 9 months old. My mom actually told me a really funny story about that. Not funny for her, but just funny in general. So my parents came here in 1998, and they came before me, left me with my grandmother, and then I came a few months later, maybe a little longer than that. And when we got to the airport, I ran to my mom and slapped her, and then went and hugged my dad. And my mom asked me the other day, she was like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I was a kid. I couldn't even have coherent thought at that point in time. You know what I mean? I don't know why that happened. But yeah, I've pretty much been in the UK my entire life, and so the UK is a huge part of my identity. But being Zimbabwean is also a huge part of my identity as well. And so that is also a little bit in terms of Black and Raw and figuring out who we're meant to be. You know, I sort of had the struggle of I'm British, but I'm Zimbabwean. In Zimbabwe, Britain is more of a home than Zimbabwe is, but Zimbabwe will always be my home. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's been complications with figuring that out for myself. But yeah, I'm 25. I've recently graduated at University of Birmingham. I did a master's in social work, and I did my undergraduate at Keele University, rep up Keele. What can I say? I made some lifelong friends there. You know, they're also a part of me and who I am, and my family is also a huge part of me and who I am. You know, I don't know where to put it, but I guess my family, you know, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, absolutely love them. There's some photos right here of them. And then here are some of my friends as well up here. So, you know, those are some of the people that are really close to me in my life, and I honestly love them all. They are some amazing friends, and my family is just great, to be honest with you. I couldn't ask for a much better family. And I guess, I don't know, maybe things you would like to know about me. I'm a huge film nerd. If you can see in my bedroom now, which you can't. Got a Star Wars poster, got an Iron Man poster, but I've also got some photography lying around as well. I'm also a photographer. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's at tonderai_photography. I'll put that into the link at the bottom in the description. Yeah, I love movies. I love TV. I'll not watch anything, but I'll watch a lot of good TV. You know what I mean? Like, I like to rep myself. I like to claim myself that I watch really good shows, and I can make really good recommendations as well. Some of my favorite films, actually, Goodfellas, an amazing film, honestly. Pulp Fiction, but apparently almost every guy's favorite film is Pulp Fiction. A girl told me that once, and I don't know if it's true or not. Lads, are some of your favorite films Pulp Fiction? It's a great film, though. That's the thing. That's honestly the thing. It's just a great film. So yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Marvel. Love DC. The Dark Knight. The new Batman film was absolutely amazing. Might rival The Dark Knight, to be honest with you, in terms of best Batman movie. Interstellar. I love Christopher Nolan, but I also love Hans Zimmer. I've got my vinyl collection right here, and you know, I've got this Hans Zimmer right here. Man of Steel. Rubbish movie. Fell asleep, but the score is beautiful. And yeah, I guess that's some of the stuff that I like. My music taste is also very varied and stuff like that. I just showed you Man of Steel. I've got a lot of vinyls here. I've also got jazz. You know, jazz was something that I used to not get ridiculed for, but it was like, why do you like jazz? Black people don't like jazz, but black people, you know, pretty much invented jazz. So, up yours. Frank Sinatra. one of my favorite musicians. Dean Martin as well is also another favorite musician of mine. Otis Redding, oh my gosh, I could go on here. Otis Redding, another one. This is a beautiful album, I will say so. Here you go, for the camera to have a look at. So, yeah, and you know what? Like, I'm going to fill into the stereotype as well. Of course, I love my man J. Cole. So, you know, you can be diverse. You don't have to just be one thing. And that's what I really wanted to preach, I guess. That's one thing, that's one message I really want to come across with Black and Raw, and with the people that listen to the episode and stuff like that, and listen to and watch the videos on YouTube, that you can just be yourself and you're still black. You can just be yourself and no one has to tell you what you are or who you are. And so I don't want this video to be too long. This is the first video of the Black and Raw YouTube channel, and I guess what can you expect from the Black and Raw YouTube channel? So that is to come up next. So what can you expect from the Black and Raw YouTube channel? Now, I'm not sure. No, I'm joking. No, I'm serious. I'm not sure what you can expect from the Black and Raw YouTube channel. I'm just going to sort of tell you what's happening and what I really want for this YouTube channel. You know, I really want to build a community on here that, you know, accepts each other and loves each other and is able to inspire each other and really sort of, you know, shine a light on the diversity of what it means to be a black man. And I really want this YouTube channel, one, I want it to be successful. Of course, everybody wants their channel to be successful. But I just want it to reach people in loads of different places and worlds as well. And so for this channel, you know, a lot of it will be my podcast, the Black and Raw podcast, which you can go and find anywhere. And now you're able to watch it on YouTube. But I really want to be able to, you know, the podcast isn't only about sort of having black men on the podcast and talking about their experiences. It's also tackling some of the inequalities that exist in the world, but also shining a light on topics that we don't talk about in our community. You know, mental health is a huge one. Pornography is another one. I don't know, even LGBTQ rights and stuff like that. Like, we've had so many discussions on my table downstairs when we have dinner about LGBT and about sort of different topics and stuff like that. And it's something which I think in the black community we're still trying to learn and understand. And so, you know, that comes with patience. But I really want this channel to have like conversations with people from different walks of life. Like, I'd love to have roundtable conversations where we're just discussing and riffing off each other and getting ideas and, you know, meeting people. You know, I really want to have more interviews on certain topics, and have debates. I love to debate, so that's something which I really want to bring to this channel. So I think this channel is really going to be somewhere where you can come and, you know, get inspiration, you know, be challenged. Hopefully it can change your thinking on certain topics, and you know, I really want it to inspire people. And so I'd love to also take the podcast on the road. You know, I love to travel. Traveling is something which I just can't get enough of, to be honest with you. Exploring new cultures, meeting new people, tasting new foods, just, you know, like, it's mad how a different part of the world looks so different. Not really, but, you know, Portugal looks so different to the UK, and South America looks so different to places in Africa, you know what I mean? And so I just love to sort of see what's going on in the world. And for this podcast and for this YouTube channel, I'd love to, you know, take it with me on my travels, show a different side of the world, show black men that are in Gambia or Zimbabwe or, you know, South Africa, and how do they think about their own masculinity? How do they think about their role as a man? Or you know, what are some of the stereotypes that exist within those cultures? But also, you know, black men in South America, you know what I mean? I think they would have a hugely different experience to us here in the UK and people in the US. So I really would love to go and do those things. And so I really hope that this channel can eventually go and do that. I have a lot of interests, so I'm going to try and make sure I keep the channel consistent with what I put up. But yeah, I have a lot of interest, so there's a lot of things I wanted to explore. So I hope I'm able to do that with this podcast, and that you guys really enjoy that sort of content. And so, you know, what can you expect? What else can you expect in terms of release times and when episodes will be up and stuff like that? So my podcast is uploaded on a Friday at 5 p.m. And so if you want to listen to the audio, you can listen there. But video episodes will release on the Sunday of that weekend. So, you know, if you're waiting for the video, you can wait until Sunday. You can give it a watch. Haven't decided what time on a Sunday yet, but just around on a Sunday it'll be released. And soon I'll start putting up a regular schedule of when the video episodes will release on the Sunday. But yeah, I think that's it for now, guys. I really hope you guys dig this YouTube channel. I really hope you can come and support it. Also go and listen to the podcast as well. Help engage with it. Black and Raw is going to be doing a lot of interesting things in the future. So this is just the start, really. And yeah, if you can go and like and subscribe, and we'll talk soon, guys.